how can I start my own DTF business? It's just not something that you can like dive right into. I was like, you're such a liar. You're something that like we can do to help the people that like want to start their business. Good morning, guys, and happy Tuesday. Right now it's about 11 o'clock. We got into the office quite a bit ago and already have 2 of the 4 printers up for the day. We have a very heavy print day ahead of us, so I am going to try to work on getting the other 2 printers up. But hi, if you guys are new here, my name is Nick. I am the owner of a DTF and screen printing shop with my partner Alex. If you are interested in all things DTF, how they're made, the process, this is the best place you're going to find it. I try to show as much of the process as possible. We do have a program about starting your own DTF business, so if you guys are interested in that, you guys can check that out on our website below. But let's get this day started. Right now we have printer number 2 and 3 up. You guys know those are our workhorses. They are perfect. And then now I'm going to work on getting printer 1 and 4 up. We do have to change the film on printer number 1, so that's going to take a little bit. You guys know that that's my least favorite task of all the DTF shop stuff there is. But if you guys don't know, these are what DTF printers are. If you haven't heard of DTF transfers, basically it is just a way for you to heat press a transfer or a design onto your garment. I'll go into a little bit about that later. Maybe I'll just take you guys like a step-by-step the basics of DTF printing for everyone who's new here or doesn't really know how it works. But this is all 4 of our DTF printers behind me. They typically run all day, every day and then behind me right here is our screen printing. This is a screen printing press and then an automatic screen printing like for transfers. That is a different form of printing. I can get into that into another video. Today we're going to focus on DTF printing, kind of just like the basics of it, what it does, how it works. I'll take you guys a step-by-step on how we also like prepare our design. I'll also take you guys a little bit maybe of a step-by-step on how we prepare our designs to make sure that we get the perfect print quality, as well as just like making sure that the daily workflow for the prints and how everything turns out perfect. If you guys came from any of my other vlogs and you're wondering about screen printing, we also do screen printing as well. That is actually right over here. These are our screen printing presses. We have one right there, one right there. And I think I did vlog a little bit in my last one about like screen printing the garments. So if you guys want to check that out, definitely go see. I kind of show a little bit of the process. But today, since it is a very heavy DTF day, that's what I am going to be focusing on. It looks a little bit like it might be getting smoky in here. That is basically just when the transfers get heated, the smoke comes up because the bottom things right here are ovens that's going to be used to cure your transfers. But we don't want to be breathing in any smoke or anything like that, so I'm actually going to go open the garage door and then I will kind of show you guys a step-by-step on I'll introduce you guys to like our printers and how it all works. Okay, I did get the door open, so hopefully all the smoke and the fumes die out. These are our DTF printers, like I was saying in the last clip. So they do look different, but they are the same printer. It's just this one was one of the first ones we got, as well as that one. And then this one is one of the newer ones. So it's just the model changed. But this is how a printer works. As you can see right now, it's printing a transfer. It's taking the ink. The ink containers are right back here. The ink goes through the lines. It prints the transfer onto this film. We use instant peel film from Audley. We love it. You can peel it like butter within seconds of pressing it. Then it comes down here. Down here is going to be the powder shaker. So the powder just basically acts as an adhesive onto the back of a transfer. And when that happens, that's what's going to help it stick to the garment. And then right here we have our heater. So this is going to heat it, it's going to cure it, and then it reels out here, and then your finished transfer is going to look like that. So that's kind of just the basics of the printers, how they work, all the fun stuff. A lot of people just ask like which one we have or which one we recommend, and honestly we love our Audley. Oh, you guys are a little tilted, sorry. We love our Audley. We have no reservations. The customer service was great with when we purchased it. We got it rather quickly. We ordered it directly from the supplier in China, but overall it was a very smooth process when purchasing our printers. We did have to contact them. They sent us a quote, we paid it. We did order a bunch of supplies when we got it. So this is all of our film and our ink and our powder, and that will last us. We've done, I think, 3 orders directly from the supplier, and we typically like to stock up, but it lasts us, I want to say, I don't know, this last time it didn't last us as long, so we did have to order some from like our local supplier, but that didn't really work out great because we would have loved to purchase locally, but it just didn't work out. That's another story for another time. But so we are back on our Oddly. It's an instant peel. You press it, we send you all the instructions, you press it with your heat press if you have one, and then you are. But that is basically just the kind of intro to DTF printing, what we use, what we have. It is, like I told you guys, smoky in here, so this will all die down in a little bit. We have our ink here. This is the majority of our ink, I would say, is filled with, like the cabinet is filled with white ink. We just go through that rather quickly. You do want to make sure you have your DTF supplies. That keeps our printers in tip-top shape, making sure that we're taking care of them, not just when we're printing, but also at night. Because if you guys have watched my channel, you know that you want to make sure that your prints, I preach this to people who own DTF transfers or DTF printers. You want to make sure that you're taking care of it. You're keeping the ink heads and the print heads moist and nice and clear from any ink. It was something that we learned the hard way, just like how much of an issue it causes when there's ink build up in the lines or ink build up on the thing. Just keep it helps, having supplies like that helps keep your printers just in the most pristine condition, which at the end of the day helps to create great prints. So that's an intro. I get a lot of questions asking, whether it's on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube, about our printers, which ones we have, why there's 2 different ones that are different colors, what supplies we use. So that's kind of just like a little intro to what we do, what we found we like. If you guys do have prints or you own DTF printers, please link below what you guys like, or comment below what you guys like, what your printers are. I love hearing about different brands from other printers and what they like about it. But that is enough of me blabbing for the day right now. I am right now going to actually go get my coffee and my computer. I do have some emails to respond to, as well as just some orders to look over and make sure that the artwork is perfect. That's another thing you want to make sure you're doing to get the best quality prints, is checking to make sure the artwork before it gets printed. Sometimes in a rush that is hard to do, I understand, but it does save you time in the long run, because you won't have any customers complaining, or you won't have any issues when the print comes out where you're like, is that my printer or is that the artwork? We've had plenty of times where we're like, what is going on with the printer? And then we look further into the artwork and it's like the artwork is messed up. So make sure that you double check artwork before you print anything. But that's what I'm going to go do right now to kind of get ready for the next prints. Time right now is about 1:30, 1:26 to be exact. Printers are still going strong. I did end up getting printer number 1 up because we didn't need just another one, because we did keep having orders come in. We're still about an hour and a half away from our turnaround time, or from our cutoff time. So I think that having 1 up is really it's gonna ease a lot of anxiety about if we get another big order, I'm gonna have to. So just having it up and ready to go. But it's also been printing 1 order and just getting that one out of the way. We do just have a bunch of little odds and ends orders, kind of just 1 gang sheet, 1 13 by 22, but we still have about quite a few bigger orders to get through. We finished 1 about maybe a half hour ago, and now we're about to wrap up the 2nd order in I don't know, I'd probably say the next hour or so. They're just mainly taking up the majority of our time, but that's what happens. I did spend some time packaging some orders so that those are ready to go in case things get crazy. And also, we've been trying to separate all the gang sheets. So what we used to do is roll them all up into 1 big one. So sorry if I sound a little congested. I feel like I have something in my throat. We used to roll them up into one big gang sheet and then, or like one big roll and ship it that way, but we wanted to start doing quality checks as well as counting to make sure that we get the right amount of each gang sheet. So I've been unrolling the gang sheets that come out and just like marking them on our system like, hey, this is printed, this was good to go, everything, just to like double check. And again, like I've been telling you guys, we're trying to get those systems in place so that when we hire an employee in the next coming months, we will have like this, like a standard that we expect from them to do. Because like I know that what I put in that role, but I want people to be able to, like I want us to double check and I want the employee to double check. So that's what I've been doing. But as I've been counting them and setting them aside and marking them as produced, I've just been packaging them. It saves a lot of time in the long run. Alex right now, I think he's working on just getting some stuff up on the site. I don't know if he's going to talk about that in his vlog. If you guys want to go watch that, I'll leave his channel below, but we do have some stuff that is coming that is exciting. So if you do own a DTF business, this one's going to be for you. But I'm going to finish, I did finish some of all the emails that I had, as well as just get my channel or my video uploaded and perfected in terms like I got everything, and that's going live in about a half hour. And then I did upload some social media posts to Facebook and Instagram. If you guys did follow me there, thank you so much. I had a lot of followers join in, well, both my Instagram and my Facebook, but and a lot of people viewing the page. So if you guys are checking over there or you're seeing me on social media, thank you so much for following me in other places. I'm also on TikTok. But I'm going to continue to print these orders. I actually have to go roll them up right now. Time is much later, you guys. I believe it's about 5 right now. End of the day pretty strong. There is one order left on printer number 2. It's going to be about 120 inches left. There was just a huge thing of lightning, but it's going to be about 122 inches, and then it's the 60 inch that's printing right now. So altogether, I would say roughly like about 140, and that is usually about a half hour left of printing, which isn't bad. That'll leave us at about 5:30. But I got all the other packages packaged up. I'm really glad that I took the time throughout the day to list or to like roll them up and check them, because it did save me a lot of time when the ending came for the packaging, and just like saves a lot of stress when you do it throughout the day rather than just saving it all at the last moment. Right now I have been just getting some designs found. I haven't really been spending time updating any of our like ready to ship designs, because honestly the customs has just been truly crazy, as well as the plus has been keeping us busy. So I haven't really kind of switched out the ready to ship. I have some designs like saved on my computer, but I haven't actually gone and uploaded them. So I kind of want to get that done, and maybe I'll do that right now. But I do think we're probably gonna head out of here. Tuesday's traffic is always so bad, so sometimes it's worth to stay late at night, because if not, we'll just spend like an hour in traffic, and that's just not worth it. But all the printers did relatively good today. I wish I would have vlogged a little bit more, but I was just paying attention to them and making sure. I did turn on, I told you guys I was turned on printer number 1 and used that for some printing. It worked out pretty well. There was some step adjustments I have to make, so I'm going to work on that tomorrow. But other than that, it printed perfectly fine. That white has been resolving itself. We just have to take some extra steps in the morning to like pull the ink through with a syringe to ensure that there's no big clogs in there. But printer number 3 did perfectly today. There was a little bit of banding and a little bit of clogs, but we turned on the humidifier and ended up working perfectly. Printer number 2 has been great. I really didn't have, knock on wood, because I'll have issues tomorrow. Didn't have any issues with it. I'm really glad that we came in, because I told you guys earlier we came in early today, and I was really I was telling Alex, it was so nice to come in early, because we ended up like cleaning out our whole queue of orders. So we're coming in tomorrow with like a fresh batch of orders. I actually think there's one in there. Yeah, there is one order in there that is for a t-shirt, which, so if you guys don't know, you can order t-shirts like blanks as well as your transfers. So you'll order the blanks and the transfers, and then when you get it, you keep price. It's all basically, we're trying to become like a one-stop shop for everything. So if you need blanks or you need bags or you need whatever. So I do have to go get the Aviva tomorrow to get the blanks, and then other than that, everything is cleared out. So I would really like starting tomorrow with a fresh queue, because we are hitting the end of the week, and the end of the week is typically busier than the beginning of the week. So it's just nice to have everything fresh out. But I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. I don't really know. Again, I don't know what I have for this vlog. I know that I was taking you guys through a little bit about like DTF printing and all of the steps and everything. But I don't know. After that I filmed that clip, we had some big orders come in, and then I was just focused on getting them all printed and everything so we can head on out of here. But I'll check in with you guys. We still have probably about another hour left of printing and packaging, and then we're gonna head out of here. My video from yesterday did post, so if you guys want to see that, it's a little bit of a mix between Friday and yesterday. I just didn't have, oh, it is storming right now. Look at this. You can't see it, but look how gray it is. Yikes. But I did upload my vlog from yesterday. There we go. If you guys want to check that out, I was actually about to turn off, or we got this light for the shipping station for when it's dark, like this. Let's see if I can plug it in. Hold on. Oh dear. Guys, did you see that lightning? Alex just came out. Printer 2 just finished one of the gang sheets, so I'm going to go upload the next one on there, and then this one only has to print 2, so it should take about 20 minutes maybe. Woo. Every time it lightnings, it just shocks me. But I feel like I'm just rambling to you guys now. Okay, something I did want to talk about is a lot of people ask me or Alex, like, how can I start my own DTF business? Like, how can I get started? I don't have a place. I don't have the money to get a printer. Like, where would I even begin? And before all this, I would typically say, like, it's just not something that you can like dive right into and give 100% and the best quality and all of that, just because these printers are expensive. And we had an established business up before we bought these. We did screen printing, for like schools, we did Etsy stuff, all of that. So I wouldn't say to just like dive in and buy a printer. And also, I know this like is a controversial opinion and like a hot take, but desktop printers just like never work. And people always tell me, like, when I say that, they're always like, you're such a liar. Those don't. I have one and it works perfectly. And I'm like, yeah, it works great. But then I hear people, like, I'm in a bunch of Facebook groups, I am on like social media, and just people talking about how their printer works great for like a year, and then it like clogs up, or they don't print with it, and then it just gets ruined. So avoid desktop printers. So when Alex and I sat down, we were like, well, what is something that like we can do to help the people that like want to start their business but don't have the finances, don't have the space? Because I mean, you guys have seen how large these are. They're huge. Printers themselves are huge. So it was like, let me go fix them. But Alex and I were sitting down and we were like, how can we help these people that want to do this, but like they don't have those resources to help them? And basically what we ended up doing is, I don't know if I've talked about it on this channel. I know Alex has talked about it on his, but since I've been daily vlogging, I don't know how much I've talked about it. Basically, you We started a program where you can launch your own DTF business, and how it works is you can offer customs on your website, you can offer ready to ship, you can offer gang sheets, you can offer all that, and at the end of the day we print and we ship it for you. So you get to handle the customer side, the creative side, the building of the website, everything that you want to make it like your brand, you get to do that. What we do is we print for you and we ship for you. And that's all under levels of you can make it so that people don't know you are like shipping. If you want to put it under your name, you can do that. If you want to, like, basically there are levels at which you are able to, we're like a silent partner, but then there are ones that it's like if you don't care. So if you guys are interested in that, you can request down below like more information on our website. It'll just be up at the top. It says launch your own DTF business. It's really cool. We started it last year, mid last year. Wanted to get some clients first and then kind of test out the kinks, see what's needed, get feedback from that. So far everything has been great. Feedback's been great. So we just decided to dive straight in and offer it to everyone. If that is something you guys are interested in, it's something so simple to set up, so easy. We have demos, we have videos, we have everything to get you started today. And it lets you really just start that business that you've been wanting. I know DTF is huge right now. People are loving it. People want it. People like want to be like, I know so the main reason we started it was for people who like own embroidery shops, or they own I don't know, screen printing shops like we started and all that, and they wanted to expand on their business, but they didn't have the space or anything, or they didn't want to even buy a printer, because I'm telling you guys, these things are headaches from time to time. If you watch my daily vlogs, then you know that they are headaches. So we really started with those people in mind, but then also for the people that sell tumblers or sell UV or sell like anything like that. Even if they sell, I know a lot of vendors who sell like ready to ship but not customs, because they buy from big manufacturers or big suppliers. This allows them to offer customs, because that was a big question when I had mine, because I had it under so our custom side, you guys know, is AMS, but I had Zippy transfers, which was all ready to ship, as well as customs. And one big thing for me was people were always asking, do you offer custom gang sheets? I want to build my own custom gang sheet. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. And that was huge. So we did it for people that also sell transfers already, but just don't actually make them, so they can offer their customers customs. That's a tongue twister for you. And also on top of that, it is still going to be the same day turnaround time. So if you sign up, your customer places an order and gets that order in by 4:30 Central Time, which is 4:30 our time, PM. We ship it same day. They get to choose their shipping. It's the same thing as our customs, but you guys will get to use it on your website. So if that's something you're interested in, I definitely think that it's a very exciting and big step for people, because a lot of questions that I just get asked constantly are, I want to start my own business. I want to own one of those printers. Print is about to finish up, so we are going to go add some capping solution into the printer, and then we are going to cut it and make sure that we can get it out on time. I actually think we might have one more 22 by 60, which won't be too long, so I'm going to actually go get the everything ready, like the capping solution and the syringe, to put it in there. I've been trying to clean the printers. I told you guys that was a goal of mine, was to try to keep the printers clean and organized, and we're gonna walk through the humidifier smoke. This is a lifesaver in our business. If you do not own it, if you own a DTF business and you do not have it, I definitely recommend getting some. This capping solution saves our lives, because you do not want clogs in these things. The clogs in these printers are my worst nightmare. There's the syringe. Yeah, so I'm not gonna, I can show it, I think. It's just a little syringe, and I basically am gonna put it in here, get it all ready, and then I put it into the like ink head bed. I think there's one more. The printer just stopped, so I'm making sure. Yeah, there it goes. Okay. One more 22 by 60, and then we're gonna cut it. But I get all of this ready. So this is what we've been using for our capping solution. I think I've shown it in the past vlog. We got it from, I think, DTF Superstore. I'm not sure, but it's been a lifesaver. And we also bought like this. My hair is just all messed up today, guys. Side note, I almost, like, my hair was supposed to be nice and organized today, or nice and like brushed and done well today, but I ended up losing my glasses at the gym. This is just like a rant, a get to know me thing. And then I lost them for like 30 minutes and I couldn't find them. And I was running around with no glasses, not being able to see where anything was. If you made it this far in the video, then you get to hear that story, because it was quite humiliating, like looking around for my glasses with nothing. And then the girl was like, did you lose your glasses? Because someone turned them in. And I was like, yes. Anyway. So this is what we've been using. This is our capping solution. I don't know if you can see it. It just says capping solution. And then this has also been a lifesaver. It's a deplasticizing solution, which I didn't even know. I've shown this a lot in my past vlogs, I think, to you guys. Lately, especially since we've been having vlogs. But I don't think I've ever really like shown you the outcome of it. We basically just we put it on like one of these little, like it almost looks like a cotton or a Q-tip thing, but it's like they sent it to us that way. And we put it in here, or we dab this on it, and then we clean around it, and it cleans the dried up ink like perfectly. And I wish we had a huge bottle of this, because I would clean the floors with it, because there's been multiple times that we get ink on the floor, or like our white, oh, it's like really stormy. Anyway, we will get like our ink on the floor. I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen it in my vlogs. There's just like piles of ink. And if you guys don't know, so basically this is how our ink system works. We originally had them, so the ink lines come down here. So when you do a cleaning, the colored ink lines go into this big waste bucket. Don't ask me how I'm going to dump this when the time comes. I mean, the one over there is getting full, and I'm real worried because it's going to be really heavy. But little tip, if you put the white ink line into a bucket, or into like a clear, we put it in like one of our old white ones, you can reuse that ink. So due to that and the white ink and it being like a much smaller bottle, sometimes it overfills and it gets ink everywhere, and I want to use that deplasticizing stuff to get it off the ground, but that's definitely like not enough. I've tried scrubbing it. I've tried taking, like, we have these screen printing spatulas. I take it there and I scrub it. It's just basically I have to wait till it dries and then peel it up. Look at this. The thing about Houston and rain like this is that it never, the thing about Houston storms like this is that they never last long, so that's going to stop raining in like maybe 5 minutes. It only rains super hard like that for a couple minutes, and then it stops. So we're supposed to get an extreme cold watch, so I'm also trying to prepare the printers for that, because if it gets super dry in here, the ink lines are gonna get frozen or they're gonna have clogs, and I'm so sick of it. Like, I'm just ready for the warm Houston weather. That's where like our printers thrive. It's gonna keep the ink lines like moist in here, so we're definitely going to have to turn on the humidifiers tonight. But I'm gonna stop ranting. I know I've just been talking your guys' ear off. I figured if you've made it this long in the video, you heard the gist of AMS Transfers Plus and my printing, so now we can just hang out and talk. Also, side note, Alex and I are starting, well, Alex is, I think I'm going to partake in it. I haven't really talked to him much about it since he brought it up to me about asking if I wanted to be in it, but he is doing a like a business book club, basically. So how it works is that you just pick a book that is great for entrepreneurs or business owners or whatever. Maybe you have a job and you just want to read a book, and then we read it, and then we kind of review it and talk about it and talk about our favorite parts of it, all the highlights. He does have a video kind of talking about it a little bit on his channel if you guys want to check that out. But I am going to make him include me because I like to read, that's something you guys are interested in. You could also listen to that. But on top of it, we are also have our podcast. Someone asked me this the other day if we had one. We do. It is the Print Cast podcast. You can find it on anywhere you can listen to podcasts: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all of that stuff. I don't know any other places. Those are the two places that I listen to podcasts. So you guys can listen there. We basically talk about DTF printing as well as like just business tips, what we've learned through our business. I think our last episode was kind of just talking about how we handle difficult customers and things like that. So it's a really good listen. We post them typically on Monday mornings. We didn't have one this past Monday because you guys know this weekend was busy for us. But hopefully this coming weekend we will have one. But it's definitely like it'll be a good listen. It's a good way to start I don't know about you guys, but I love listening to podcasts, especially like first thing in the morning. It just feels like it gets my day going. It sets it right. And that's just something, if you're a business owner or you're interested in the DTF printing world, that you can definitely listen to. And you can ask us questions and we'll answer them. So we love to kind of engage in that manner. So definitely, if you have any questions about printing or a topic you want discussed, let us know. We can definitely cover it. All right, guys, time is about 5:52 right now. We are done. We are heading out of here. We're heading to FedEx and UPS. And then I was actually just talking to Alex, and I can show you guys what he's been working on. So that's right. You can now buy all of the products that we use or all the supplies that we use in our shop. So like film, ink, everything like that. If you guys want to check it out, it's costplusdtf.com. So if you guys need ink or anything, we really like the brands that we've been using. We buy them directly from Audley, but you can get a great deal on them if you buy them from us. But that is going to wrap up today's vlog. If you guys haven't subscribed or haven't liked anything, please make sure that you do. I do daily vlogging, just everything, small business and everything, DTF. But if you guys are looking for other videos, I have a bunch of videos, screen printing and DTF transfers and everything on my channel. You can watch my vlog from yesterday and all last week and all the week before. But I will see you guys tomorrow for another Daily Wednesday.